the moment of inertia as well as the determination of the radius of gyration. So we'll be applying it to this problem. So the last time that we have discussed is a determination of centroids and moment of inertia of a composite figure. But it is a common shape. You know? This time, what we are seeing is an application problem wherein we apply it to structural engineering, particularly in steel design, which involves composite or built-up section involving structural steel sections. So what you can see on the problem now is a built-up shape consisting of two single members. We call these members as the I shape, which is actually this is not the structural steel, although it looks like letter I. It's designated as a W shape. The one that the I section W460 by 113 is what we call as the wide flange section. Wide flange sections, or that is the W shape. While the other one, which is on the top of this I section, is a C shape, no? Or we call it the channel. Now, in structural steel manual, these sections have actually structural designation, and their properties are somewhat uh, tabulated, like this. Although this is just a portion, the complete listing of the structural shapes can be obtained from a structural steel manual. We call it the AISC steel manual, wherein that manual gives the listing of the complete list of all the sections of different shapes. So for this particular illustration, we'll be using, as you can see, we'll be using this section, this one, the W460 by 113, and the other one is the, uh, ay, sorry, natakluban wala lang. Ito na lang. Ito yung, ito yung section na involved in this particular problem, as well as this section, C, and yan. So as you can see, there are properties which are given in the table, such as the area, no? We have the area, the depth, no? The depth, the width, the centroidal moment of inertia with respect to x, and the centroidal moment of inertia with respect to y, as well as the individual radius of gyration. No? Yan yung mga naka given in this table, in relation to this problem. This problem kasi, no, we have to take note of the orientation of the section. For example, in W shape, wide flange shape. So ito yung kanyang, of course, ito yung kanyang centroidal. This is the centroidal x and y axis. Yan. Yan yung kanyang centroidal x and y axis. So yung kanyang moment of inertia with respect to this centroidal axis are 554 times 10 to the 6. Ito yun. Yan. Yan ang centroidal x and y axis niya. Again, ang kanyang moment of inertia as given in the table, ito yung moment of inertia, no? Yan yung moment of inertia niya with respect to centroidal x-axis. Ito naman yung moment of inertia niya with respect to the centroidal y-axis. As you can see, the centroidal x-axis moment of inertia is quite larger, no? Very much larger than the moment of inertia with respect to y. Ibig sabihin, yung section na to is stronger, no? Stronger on the x-axis compared to the y-axis. Now, sa channel naman, so itong W shape, as you can see, is a doubly symmetrical section, while the channel is only symmetrical with respect to the x-axis. Ano? Yan. Symmetrical lang siya with respect to the x-axis, pero with respect to y, hindi na siya symmetrical. Yung kanyang centroid, as you can see here, no? Yung kanyang centroid has a distance of x bar from the back of the channel. Yun, makita nyo yung x bar. Yung value ng x bar na yan, nandito, 16.1. That is the distance of the location of the centroid of this channel from the back of the channel. Now, so in this problem, ang orientation ng channel is nakadapa. No? Nakadapa siya. So, importante dito, of course, is makita natin yung tamang orientation of the axis kasi we are in solving this type of problem involving moment of inertia using parallel axis theorem or the transfer moment of inertia. We have to take note of the axes which are parallel. Now, in this problem, since in the problem a channel and a W shape, actually hindi siya plate, no? Hindi naman siya plate. A channel and a wide flange section. Actually, must be wide flange section are welded together, shown to form a section that is symmetrical. Take note, the section is symmetrical only with respect to y. Ibig sabihin, the centroidal y-axis of this area or section is containing the centroid. No? Kaya yung kanyang, let's say this is, sabihin natin na XO and YO, which refers to the supposedly centroidal axis. No? Yan ang centroidal XO and YO axis. So when we talk about centroidal IXO and IXY, meaning to solve those quantities or section properties, we have to determine first the location of the centroid. Mag-start tayo doon. No? We start with determining the location of the centroid. So in this case, the location of the centroid will be perhaps repaired. We can repair it from the, for example, this will be our x-axis, the reference, and the y-axis also is kasi yung ating y and yo is the red. No? Take note, yung yo and xo must be the red axis, while the x and y axis are the black axis. No? Supposedly, ito yung ating x and y axis. And this point C is the centroid of the built-up shape. When we say built-up shape, it is the composite area. This is the area consisting of both the channel and the W shape. Now, when we say determine here, ano ang ating requirement? Our requirement, what are the requirement of the problem? Una, syempre, is the location of the centroid. That is centroid of the built-up section. When you say built-up section, that we are referring to the entire section. So this is, of course, yung ating Y bar. No? If we measure it from the bottom, ito yung ating supposedly hinahanap na distance which will locate na the centroid, Y bar. So, ito yung centroid na composite figure. Pero yung dalawang individual section, may kanya-kanyang centroid yan. Halimbawa, yung centroid ng W shape ay nandito. So, yung centroid na yon, being a both symmetrical section, is madali naman makita na yung centroid na yon, say, sabihin natin ay C of W shape. Ngayon, itong channel, meron din kanyang centroid point. Say, we call it C of the channel. So, from this figure, makita natin that the centroid of a W shape is determined by dividing the depth. No? So, 462 divided by 2. Yan yung location ng centroid ng W shape. Ito. You should know this. Already, given na yan. That should be equal to yung ating 462. No? So, 462 divided by 2. While the centroid of the channel, centroid of the channel kasi nandito siya eh. Yan. Yan, So, ang given sa atin, supposedly, ay ito. From the table, given sa atin to. Yan. From the table, ito yun. No? Looking at the table, ito yung distance na yan. X bar. No? Which is, ang X bar natin is 16.1. For W250 by 22.8. So, 250 by 22.8 yan. So, ito, from the table, given to be equal doon sa X bar equal to 16.1 millimeters. No? Okay? Ito naman, ito kasi yung centroidal axis noong, yun yung centroidal axis ng channel, na W shape. Ito naman yung centroidal y-axis ng channel. So, after locating y bar, next is the determination of the moment of inertia. Say IXO for letter C, IYO for letter D. We need to get the radius of gyration with respect to XO axis. And for letter A, radius of gyration with respect to Y. So, sunod-sunod lang yan. Pagka centroidal ang ating pinag-usapan, we have to locate the centroid if it is not yet given or determined by inspection. Okay? So, how do we get Y bar? So, una, for letter A, we apply Barrington-Sturen for areas. Ano ba yung Barrington-Sturen for areas? We have A total Y bar is equal to summation of AY. So as you can see, this is Ang reference is referred from the bottom. Na? Referred from the bottom. So para ka nag-moment ng area, na? The moment of the total area is equal to the sum of the moments of the components. So meaning this would be equal to area ng W shape times Y ng W shape plus area ng channel times Y ng channel. So natin makikita yan. Area ng W shape, nandito, ano? Area ng W shape is 14,400. While area ng channel is 2890. No? At ang kanyang Y, ano ang Y niya? So this will be equal to again 14,400 times Y ng W shape. Ang Y ng W shape ay ito, ano? That is the distance, ano, of the centroid of the W shape from the reference axis or the reference kung saan ka nag-moment. Parang yung moment arm, moment arm ng centroid ng area ng W shape. Oh, that is equal to, of course, 462, no? Divide by 2. Plus, area ng channel, makita natin dito, area ng channel is 2890. No? Kaya yan, magiging 2890. How about YC or the moment arm? The moment arm of the centroid is mula dun sa kanyang centroid papunta dito sa kanyang ito yun, papunta sa reference axis. Yan, yun naman yung YC. And from the figure, how do you get YC? So it can be measured, yung YC is, ito yung ating YC, ano? The moment arm, which is equal to, yung YC na yan, from the figure is equal to, equal yan din sa, how do we get that YC? How do we get that YC? YC, no? Is equal to the depth of the W shape plus the width of the channel. Ang width ng channel is, of course, ito yun, ano? Ito yung width ng channel. Yung width of the flange. Width of the flange in this case is ito, 66. Yun, ano? 66. That's the width of the flange. Kaya mangyari dito, equal to 462, the depth, no? Plus, ano nga yan? Plus 66 minus x bar. No? So yun, minus x bar. Kasi yan yun. No? The depth mula din hanggang doon plus doon hanggang doon sa ibabaw minus x bar. That is the moment arm of the area of the channel. No? So minus, so yun YC. No? Of course, out of this, we can solve the value of y bar in millimeters. No? So the determination of the moment, the centroid, that will be the reference of our determination of the moment of inertia. Na? For letter B, yung IXO natin can be solved equal to summation of I bar plus summation of AD squared. This is our transfer formula. Bakit nga ba yan ay tinawag na transfer formula? So as you can see, we are transferring, ano? We are transferring the moment of inertia from, ganito yan, ano? We are transferring the moment of inertia of this W shape from its centroid towards the parallel axis, which is the centroidal axis ng W shape. Similarly, from the axis of the channel, we transfer it to the axis parallel to the, yan, parang going through the IXO. No? So, so in this case, we should be looking at the figure. What axis of the W shape is parallel to XO? Ito yung axis ng, no, ha? Ito yung x-axis ng, centroidal x-axis ng W shape. No? The same way, itong line na to is yung y-axis ng W shape. Which is also, later on, makita natin that ito yung x-axis ng channel. Medyo nakakalito ito minsan kasi it doesn't mean that pagka kukuha tayo ng XO, ay puro IX ang natin gagamitin. So in this case, if iisa-isahin natin yan, kasi yung summation of I bar plus summation of AD square, pwede kasi yung isulat natin as I bar plus AD square ng W shape plus I bar plus AD square ng channel. Pwedeng ganyan ang ating pagsulat. It is equivalent to summation of I bar plus summation of AD square. Now, kung ating sulat dito yan, sa W shape, ano ang, tanong natin sa ating sarili, anong axis ng W shape ang parallel sa XO? So, tignan mo yung figure. So, ito yung ating XO. Anong axis ng W shape ang parallel dyan? Obviously, x-axis. Kaya ang iyo kukuhanin dito para sa I-bar ay yung 554. No? Yung 554 ang lagyan dito. 554 times 10 to the 6. No? Plus, area ng W shape. Ano ang area? Ang area niya is 14,400. No? Yan. Para kita nyo kung paano lagay. 14,400 times distance. Ano ngayon yung distance? So distance W is the distance between two centroids. Na? In this case, ito yun. Na? Ito yung ating distance, na? Between the centroid of the channel, the W shape, and the centroid of the composite figure. This is our DW, which is obviously from the figure is equal to, no? Is equal to y bar minus 462 divided by 2. No? Or that is y bar minus 1/2 of the depth of the W shape. No? So, yun ang lalagay natin dito na distance. Transfer distance ang tawag natin dyan. It is equal to y bar minus the depth of the W shape divided by 2 square. So that is the expression for the I bar plus AD square ng W shape. Plus, sa channel naman, ano naman ang axis ng channel parallel to XO? So ang channel natin, nakaganyan ang orientation. Ano? Yan. Nakaganyan ang orientation natin sa channel. So sa channel, ito yung kanyang y-axis, ito yung kanyang x-axis. Ang orientation sa table niya nakatayo, pero dito sa problem siya ay nakadapa. Yan. Kaya ito ang kanyang, supposedly ito ang kanyang y-axis ng channel, at ito ang x-axis ng channel. Na? So obviously, the axis of the channel parallel to XO is the y-axis of the channel. Kaya pagdating dito, sa ating summation ng for IXO, ang gagamitin mo dito ay I ng, it will be IY ng channel na plus AD square. Yan. So ito ay para sa channel. Which is actually plus, in this case, IY ng channel. Anong IY ng channel? Ang IY ng channel is 0.945. No? 0.945. It's the IY. Ano? Yun, IY ng channel. IY bar. 0.945 dito. 0.945 times 10 to the 6 times area ng channel. Kuha mo naman dyan yung area ng channel. 2890. No, ito. 2890. Ito ay plus area times distance square. So distance square is the distance from the centroid, no, of the channel. So ito yung centroid niya towards here. Ito, no? Yan. Yan yung distance ng transfer distance ng channel. Which is obviously, how do we get that? Pwedeng YC equal yan sa YC minus Y bar. No? Kasi ang YC mula doon hanggang dito, tapos ang Y bar mula dito hanggang dito. So pag minus mo yung YC minus Y bar, that is equal to the distance of the channel. No? So this is YC minus Y bar square. So completely substituting the values from the identified distances, makukuha mo na yung moment of inertia of this composite figure with or built-up section with respect to the, so it will be times 10 to the 6 millimeter to the 4. Kung ano man yung makuha ng value. Okay? Then, for letter C, IYO naman. So IYO, ganun din, So that will be equal to I bar plus AD square for the W shape plus I bar, plus AD square para sa W shape, W shape para sa channel, para sa channel. Now, again, para ma-identify mo yung tamang I-bar na gagamitin, you get the YO axis, YO axis ng composite figure. Ang YO ay ito, Yan ang YO. Ang pinag-usapan natin is W shape. So, anong axis ng W shape ang parallel dyan? Obviously, yung Y ng W shape, which is on the same line as the YO. So, meaning, ang gamitin mo dito is, that is equal to IY plus area. Pero, since they are coinciding, distance will be 0 square. Yan. For W shape. Plus, sa channel, ano naman ang axis parallel to YO? So, itong YO, and it is the same line or coinciding with the x-axis of the channel. So, dito, ang gagamitin mo is IX ng channel. IX plus area. Again, IX ng channel saka YO ng composite figure ay coinciding kaya 0 din square for a channel. So, ibig sabihin, 0, 0. This is basically equal dyan sa I bar equal yan dyan sa I bar, I bar Y plus I bar X. Ito ay sa W shape. Ito ay sa channel. Okay? So, you substitute it now. IYO will be equal dun sa IY, I bar Y ng W shape. Alin yun? Ito yun. Ito yun. 63.3 times 10 to the 6. Yeah? So magiging 63.3 times 10 to the 6 plus Ix ng channel, ito naman yun. Ito naman ang Ix ng channel. Ix ng channel will be 28. No? 28. Yun, Ix ng channel. So, 28 times 10 to the 6 millimeter to the 4. Summing up, this will give us our IYO in, say, times 10 to the 6 millimeter to the 4. Okay? That's how we get the centroidal moment of inertia with respect to the y-axis, no? Or IYO. So, for letter D, of course, radius of gyration naman yan. So again, importante yung pagkuha ng radius of gyration. Application yan is more on uh, checking slenderness. Checking slenderness of the member. Halimbawa, ginagamit yan doon sa pagkuha ng slenderness ratio L over R. No? Yeah. That is what we call the slenderness ratio. So application is more on design, structural design. So how do we get the radius of gyration Rx of simply equal to the square root of IXO divided by the total area. And the radius of gyration with respect to y-axis be equal to IYO divided by the total area. Okay? So, can you follow? That's how we solve, problems involving built-up section. Built-up section means it is a composite area, consisting of individual structural steel shapes. So, I'd like to emphasize, on this part of discussion, kasi later on you will be using this, whether you will be going to the strength of materials, structural theory, and structural design. So eventually gagamitin nyo yan. And you need to have this understanding on how to get moment of inertia of a composite figure or built-up shape. Ngayon, kung ang iyo namang section ay single lang, walang problema, tatak mo lang yan from the table. Pero once that your section becomes built up or composite, then wala kang makukuha niyan sa table. So what you have to do is do the engineering mechanics part, determining centroid, computing moment of inertia using the parallel axis theorem, and computing the radius of gyration based on relation to IYO and the total area. Okay? Any question? Any question? Medyo tricky dito is yung pagka IXO ang gamitin mo, hindi lahat na gagamitin mo na moment of inertia ay X. You have to look on the axes which are parallel, depending on the orientation of the section. As you can see here, dito IX sa W shape, pero IY ang ginamit sa channel. Because based on the orientation of the figure, the axis parallel to XO will be x-axis of W shape and y-axis of the channel. Same way, pag kinuha mo naman yung IYO, the axis of the W shape parallel to YO is the y-axis of the W shape and the x-axis of the channel. Kaya doon, mangyayari, makita mo na ang kinuha natin dito is IY ng W shape and IX na. At saka, yung coinciding, ano? Kasi may point of symmetry, may axis of symmetry. Once there is an axis of symmetry, then centroidal axis of the composite area will be coinciding with the one of the kung singly symmetrical siya, one of the centroidal axis of the given individual member. Okay? Okay, so if you don't have any question, then siguro in the succeeding within the week, there will be a posting of the another SSA number 2, which will cover the topics na which will cover the topics na not covered in SSA 1, meaning this SSA will cover the analysis of structures, the friction, and this topic on centroids and moment of inertia. No? So you do good in your SSA para makabawi. Ano? Makabawi. Okay, so that will be it for today. Thank you for your attendance. If there will be no question, then the class is dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po.